Roll call.
Mayor Laura,
Present.
Vice Mayor Parsons,
Present.
Commissioner Landry,
Present.
Commissioner Warren,
Here.
Commissioner Vasquez is absent. We do have a quorum, Your Honor.
Thank you. Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance.
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Invocation.
Nothing here tonight, huh? Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day that you've given us, that we can meet like this and conduct business for our city, to make our city better and prosper. And we thank you for the especially for the weather. It's finally got a little bit more bearable, and I think everybody's probably happy for that. And we just ask that you'll be with this board tonight as we make decisions, and give us wisdom to make the decisions for this city, and be with the staff and keep everyone safe, and be with each of us as we leave this place tonight. And we ask these things in your name. Amen.
Thank you. Start with item number 1, awards, proclamations, and presentations of the Fire Prevention Proclamation. Okay. Whereas the city of Liberal is committed to ensuring the safety and security of all those living in and visiting our community, and whereas fire is a serious public safety concern both locally and nationally, and homes are locations where people are at the greatest risk from fire. And whereas home fires killed more than 2,700 people in the United States in 2022, according to the National Fire Protection Association, and the fire departments of the United States responded to 360,000 home fires. And whereas roughly 3 out of 5 fire deaths happen in homes with either no smoke alarms or with no working smoke alarms. And whereas working smoke alarms cut the risk of dying in reported home fires almost in half. And whereas smoke alarms sense smoke when well before you can, alerting you to the danger in the event of fire, in which you may have as little as 2 minutes to escape safely. And whereas Liberal residents should install smoke fire alarms in every sleeping room, outside each separate sleeping area, and on every level of the home. And whereas Liberal residents will make sure their smoke alarms meet the needs of all family members, including those with sensory and physical disabilities. And whereas Liberal residents should test smoke alarms at least once a month. Whereas Liberal residents who have planned and practiced a home fire escape plan are more prepared and will therefore be more likely to survive a fire. And whereas Liberals' first responders are dedicated to reducing the occurrence of home fires and home fire injuries through prevention and protection education. And whereas Liberals' residents are responsive to public education measures and are able to take personal steps to increase their safety from fire, especially in their homes. And whereas the 2024 Fire Prevention Week theme, Smoke Alarms Make Them Work For You, serves to remind us the importance of having working smoke alarms in home. Therefore, I, Jose Lara, Mayor of Liberal, do hereby proclaim October 6th through the 12th, 2024, as Fire Prevention Week throughout Liberal, and I urge all the people of Liberal to make sure their homes have working fire alarms and to support the many public safety activities and efforts of Liberal's fire and emergency services. Thank you. And I believe we have Shadow to accept the proclamation. Step forward, please.
That way you're looking at me.
Sorry.
Thank you. Thank you. Moving on to item number 2, approval of the agenda.
I'll make a motion that we approve the agenda as presented.
I second.
A motion by Commissioner Warren and a second by Commissioner Landry. Any further discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Moving on to item number 3, the minutes.
I make a motion to approve the minutes, September 10th, as special meeting minutes.
Second.
A motion by Commissioner Landry and a second by Commissioner Warren. Any further discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Motion passes 4-0.
I make a motion to approve the minutes, September 10th, 2024, for the regular meeting minutes.
Second.
I have a motion by Commissioner Landry and a second by Commissioner Warren. Any further discussion? All in favor? All opposed? 4-0, motion passes. Moving on to item number 4, items from citizens. Are there any items from citizens tonight? Seeing none, we'll move on to item number 5, items from groups. Any items from groups? Seeing none, we'll move on to item number 6, the consent agenda.
I make a move, we make a motion that we approve the consent agenda as presented.
I second.
I have a motion by Vice Mayor Parsons and a second by Commissioner Landry. Any further discussion? All in favor? All opposed? 4-0, motion passes. Moving on to item number 7, Larry and Hickory Streets RHID. Item A, we will move into a public hearing. So this next item on the agenda is a public hearing for Larry and Hickory Streets RHID. I now declare the public hearing officially open. Have the proper legal notices been given?
Yes, it was published on September 12th.
Thank you. At this point, I will move for testimony. I invite members of the staff to testify on the matter before the commission. Karen?
Good evening, Mayor and Commissioners. So this is the RHID on Larry and Hickory Streets. We had actually done this last year, but the county required the plat to be revised because of the entrance. So that's been done and it's been filed, and now this RHID is ready with the development plan. It's ready for your approval. If you like.
Okay. Is there any other staff? Are there any questions from the commission or staff?
Somebody in-
Okay, I invite anyone to testify in support of this matter. Seeing none, I invite anyone else who wishes to testify or comment on the matter. Are there any questions from the commission or staff? Being no further comments, I declare the public hearing closed. I would entertain a motion on this matter.
I'll make a motion, staff adopting ordinance 4619, am I correct? Am I in that one?
Yeah, 46.
Adopting to the development plan agreement for the Larry and Hickory Street Development Project.
I'll second.
Okay, I have a motion by Commissioner Landry and a second by Vice Mayor Parsons. Any further discussion on the matter? Any discussion from the public? Seeing none, all in favor? All opposed? Okay, motion passes 4-0.
Thank you.
Thank you. We will move on to item number 8, the 2025 budget. At this point, the next agenda item is a public hearing for the 2025 budget. I now declare the public hearing open. Have the proper legal notices been given?
Yes, the city's 2025 notice of budget hearing was published in the High Plains Daily Leader on September 12th, 2024.
Okay. I invite members of the staff to testify on the matter before the commission.
So Mayor and Commissioners, in that publication, it contained the proposed budget total of $61,694,205, with the mill levy dollar amount being $6,932,800. This equates to an estimated mill levy of 49.473 mills. This is based on the July 1st, 2024 estimated valuations from the county, and it is 3.815 mills lower than what was contained in last year's budget. We achieved this in numerous ways, lowering expenses where it made sense to us, raising our commitment to revenue generation and reimbursement follow-through on accounts, and improving overall efficiencies within the city. We are committed to taking care of that in 2025 and following through. On November 1st, 2024, the final assessed valuation will be determined, which means the number of mills necessary to fund our dollar request could change, but the levy dollars will not change. And the city will not exceed the R&R for 2025. Me personally, I just wish to express my appreciation for the city commission and the staff for their continued efforts in paying attention to expenses, focusing on revenue a little bit more and how we can generate and do what is best for this community. It's my second time through on the budget process, and it's always challenging, but it's very rewarding when you get to the finished product.
Are there any questions from the commission or staff? Okay. I invite anyone to testify in support of the matter. I invite anyone else who wishes to testify or comment on the matter. Being no further comments, I declare the public hearing closed. I would entertain a motion on the matter.
I'll make a motion that we approve resolution number 2421.
My second.
I have a motion by Commissioner Warren and a second by Commissioner Landry. Any further discussion? Any discussion from the public? Seeing none, all in favor? All opposed? 4-0, motion passes. And I would just like to extend my gratitude as well for all the hard work the city has done, all the employees, Scarlett, in being able to maintain the dollar amount and help give a little bit of breathing room to hopefully some citizens. If your valuations went up, you may not get as much, but everyone else who your rate stayed the same you will get a small decrease. So that'll be great for the citizens of Liberal. And all the hard work and the efficiencies that you guys have gone through, organizing our accounts. I mean, it is a task for a city this size and everything you've gone through to get us to where we're at now and where we're going. So thank you for that. Item number 9, the Liberal Housing Authority Board appointment. And let me get to that one because I think Rusty usually handles those. Okay, at this point, the Liberal Housing Board recommends appointing Caroline Johnson to the board for a 4-year term starting in October 2024. Her application is in the packet. I believe she's the only one who had applied, to my knowledge. And the board already has a representative from HUD, but would also like to include a USDA tenant. Okay.
Mr. Mayor, I'll make a motion that the commission approve Caroline Johnson to the Housing Board for a 4-year term beginning October 24.
I second.
I have a motion by Vice Mayor Parsons and a second by Commissioner Landry. Any further discussion? Any discussion from the public? All in favor? All opposed? 4-0, motion passes. Moving on to item number 10, the Liberal Memorial Library Board appointment. And at this point, they have a vacancy due to Renee Hickert's resignation. The Liberal Memorial Board of Trustees discussed the resume of Kathleen Alonso to fill the unexpired term until July 2025. And so at this point, their board recommends Kathleen Alonso to be appointed to the unexpired term of Renee Hickert to be completed in July 2025.
Mr. Mayor, I'll make a motion that Kathleen Alonso be appointed to the unexpired term to be completed in 2025, July of 2025.
I'll second that.
I have a motion by Commissioner Landry and a second by Vice Mayor Parsons. Any further discussion? Any discussion from the public? All in favor? All opposed? 4-0, motion passes. At this point, we'll move on to item number 11, city staff.
I'll go first. Just a couple of updates. We have presented bids for the completion of the splash pads, which includes squaring off the concrete and fencing on the Maharon Park one. We're not gonna fence the McCray one because it's far enough back away from the road and everything that we feel like it'll be safe. And if there's a need, we'll fence it later on. If you went down Western Avenue, they started striping today. So they got the center lane done from 15th to 2nd Street, and they'll continue that the rest of the week until it's finished. The trees that were ordered will be here Friday, depending on, they might start calling people Friday, so if you get a call from the rec department, please be ready to come and pick your trees up. The other thing, we had a huge soccer tournament this weekend. I don't know if anybody went by National Beach Soccer Complex. So we'll be coming to you for future needs for parking on the west side,
And that place was full.
because we used the ditches and everything, and it wasn't pretty after the rain, but it was accomplished, so look forward to us to coming to you to do a parking lot. That's all I got.
I just wanted to make mention of the fact that our exit audit with Hay Rice and Associates was conducted yesterday. It went very smoothly. I'm very pleased that, again, we have it back on schedule, and just this morning, I submitted the financial statements and the audit to the Federal Audit Clearinghouse. So we are done for 2023. That is always a relief, and then for it to have gone very smoothly was another layer that we are very pleased to report on. So Dustin Ormiston with Hay Rice will be here at the next commission meeting just to give his overview of that and present the contract for next year. Also, I just wanted to remind everybody that we brought back the cleanup coupons for the solid waste and the landfill situation, and we didn't do that last year because we were in the middle of accounting and computer conversion that kind of changed the way that we did our bills and our coupons. But we started that again this year. It's gone over very well. We've had a lot of great feedback from the community, but I wanted to remind everybody that September the 30th is the last day they can utilize their coupons that they've come to City Hall to pick up. We like to do that for the citizens. We know they missed it last year, and with the success we had doing it this year is definitely good feedback. We'll want to bring it back again. And doing it in the fall has been good. I wasn't sure. I think you guys typically did it in the spring.
I think it's, for some reason, it's been more successful in the fall, and maybe next year we do a spring and a fall.
Just to give that relief to the citizens where they can come and pick that up and then take things out there once a year or twice a year is great for our community. And that's all I had.
Thank you.
Commissioners, if we could start looking at calendars, we do need to schedule the not-for-profit hearing. Staff thought October 1st, or October 8th before our commission meeting. I don't know if that works for you guys, or if we wanna look at like possibly October 7th or the 9th, if we need to do an evening meeting.
That's an hour-ish, maybe a little bit longer?
I think we have 12 total applications. They get 5 minutes each, so, we were thinking if we do it the 8th, we start kind of earlier, like maybe 3, or we have a little break in between. But you guys can tell us what works best for you. And we can decide tonight, or if you guys wanna check and let us know, but we'd like to get it done that first week.
8th works for me, but
Yeah, 8th works fine for me.
Works good for me.
Okay, perfect.
3 o'clock, you said?
Good, 3:30. 3 o'clock?
3
Or
o'clock.
do you guys want 3:30?
3 o'clock is great.
Okay, 3 o'clock.
And then we,
Good with
we
3 o'clock?
also
Mhm.
want to start looking at, our second meeting in December is on Christmas Eve on the 24th. And we don't have to make a decision today, but that is something we need to look at if we're gonna have the meeting that day or when we'll have our year-end meeting, because we do have to have something for all our budget year-end. And it will just be, this year for sure, it will just be year-end. We're not gonna have anything else on the commission agenda.
Do you guys have any vacations
I do not.
going into the 24th?
No.
no, we'll be here.
I'll be here.
You'll be here?
I'm going in November, but won't miss any meetings.
I'll be back on the 22nd, so unless I have an accident, I'll be here.
Is the city usually closed on the 24th on Christmas Eve?
That is not a scheduled day off.
Okay.
Um,
Okay, I think you'll have a quorum at least.
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
We don't have to do it at 5:30, do we?
Oh.
We could set a
No,
different
you guys
time.
can
That
move
was
it
the
up
other thing.
earlier if you
We
wanna
might
do
run
a
into
morning,
church if you do that. I
noon,
mean, I know it's short, but,
whatever time you guys.
o'clock?
yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That'd be
1
fine.
o'clock?
That'd be fine,
1 should be good.
for sure.
Perfect.
How about you, Ron? Are you pouring any concrete?
On Christmas Eve.
I think we're off that day.
Okay. 1 o'clock sound good to you then?
Yep.
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock. Thank you.
Any other city staff? Okay. Item number 12, city manager's report. We will skip today. Moving on to item number 13, items from commissioners. I'll start with,
I'll start.
okay,
I think Ron started last week. I'll start.
perfect.
Thank you to city staff. Thank you to everybody for all their help. Commissioners, mayor. Weather's been really nice. Little cooler mornings have been a nice break, and the mediocre temperatures in the afternoon have been super nice. The rain, lots of rain this past weekend, kind of made a mess of the fields out there for all the farmers that were trying to get their stuff cut, but at the same time, I think it gave them an opportunity to take a little bit of a break too, so.
Nobody complains about rain.
I don't think anybody's complaining about the rain, not at all. So, other than that, not a real ton. I mean, just, thank you, everybody, and appreciate it.
Thanks to staff for your hard work, generally, and, on everything, particularly this week on all the budget. And I know that's more than just, Scarlett, Kristen, I know that involves department heads and all finance and so I appreciate your hard work getting the budget done. I also appreciate the efficiencies that you worked on, throughout the year to keep us, so that we can, cut back on expenses and lower that mill levy. I think everybody in town will certainly appreciate that. I'm very excited about the RHID for, that development on the southeast part of town. Thank you to Mr. Edwards for doing that, and, looking forward for that to start, and I hope he sells a ton of houses. So,
Definitely.
that's all I have.
Ron?
Well, you guys kind of covered. I appreciate staff's work on the budget. It was very efficient this year and made it easy for us and for our schedules. And just thank everybody for everything they're doing. I think things are going pretty good. So thank you guys for your service. That's all I got.
Okay. I think I covered most of mine, but definitely I'm excited to see all the work that's going to be continuing on throughout the rest of the year within all the projects we'll be having. Commercial, residential, thank you to everyone who's interested in investing in Liberal, spending both your time and your money here. So thank you to everyone on that part, especially to the staff for everything you all have done to continue everything we've been working on for the last 3 years. So we spent a lot of time building a strong foundation, and I think now we're going to get to enjoy the benefits of everything that's been built over the last 3 years. I think that's it for now as well. I'll thank you for everything you do. Moving on to item number 14, the vouchers.
I'll make a motion that we approve the vouchers in the amount of $3,898,253.86.
I second.
A motion by Commissioner Warren and a second by Commissioner Landry. Any further discussion? All in favor? All opposed? 4-0, motion passes. I do want to throw out there, because I don't think she would forgive us if we didn't, to mention that the health fair will be October 5th. And then we will have the Liberal Night Out also October 5th. So a lot of events for everybody. We have, I think, the Fall Festival or one of the food truck Saturdays this Saturday. So the next 2 weekends will be busy for the community. Please go out, enjoy food, community, and hopefully some healthcare. So thank you all. We are adjourned.